is how to use your jacket as a fun bag. You just wrap your stuff up in here. So some firewood in the hood. My big kangaroo pocket, and then you just tie the ends. So this is the waist ties. So that you have a bum bag. And you untie them, you see, there's the whole jacket. Voila! Oh look, there is the fire. And we're down here in a nice little canyon. Yeah, Seppi, we're filming each other. That's that funny. Going to make a fire bed. So, quite happy with that. Yeah, just last bit of sun. Made lots of logs. You don't need to go to the gym. That's all done with a knife. So you'll see that here, these ends are cut with this. It's a matter of knowing how to do it. Yeah, awesome. Hey, buddy.
Hello to you all.
Yeah, so that's quite a big victory. I made the tinder wet because I sweated my butt off getting all of this wood down here, and I wet the tinder in my pocket. I should have put it in a plastic bag. I learned.
You find new one?
I did.
Underneath such, how do you name this?
Under the, yeah, in the tree roots. Sometimes
yeah.
there's dry. Yeah, because the air can get it. Yeah. So, fortunate for me, otherwise I'd be on a big tinder hunt now. So this is the whole gear for today. So it's my belt pack with poncho and cooking gear, my first aid kit, my little usual belt bag, and then this dry bag is actually inside the big pocket of my Bowden. And that's all, except for my kuksa and my coffee and some palmin to keep me warm at night. And this awesome fire. Quite soon it will be dark, or at least it will be cold even if not dark. So we'll drink some coffee. So, a couple of things about the knife. It's really good to be ambidextrous, right? And the knife has a few different ways that you can hold it. So when you're doing chopping work, you want to be on the other side of the log, and you want to be uphill of your work, and you want to use a backhand. And what I'm doing is I've got the blade back here, and I'm running it, flicking it off my ring finger here. So the blade is doing all the work. Okay, and then change hands. Backhand is best. You can do it forehand, but backhand is best. Change hands and go the other way. Alright, and change hands. Put your foot on to stabilize it a bit. Yeah. You can go forehand, but it's nothing like as effective, and you also get more tired more quickly. So better is to be able to use both hands. Also, you might injure one hand, and it's kind of nice if you're not dependent. Yeah, all this grass in the way here. Yeah. Better if you're not dependent on the one hand. So that's staying away from the blade with your femoral arteries, letting the blade do the work. And this is the reason for this little curve in here, is exactly to be able to do that kind of work. So that's how you get it done. Who needs CrossFit, right? Right hand, left hand. It's the same when you're doing the sharpening with your sharpening steel. This way, this way. That way you're getting nice and consistent work, and you're also working on your fine dexterity with both hands. Very important to be ambidextrous. So, sharpening, it's the same. So set your angle Nice. If you're not sure about the angle, then practice it at home and just work on it with 1 or 2 pennies underneath here. But it's just the same idea, working ambidextrously, making sure that you can actually use both hands, and you'll quickly know whether you're actually getting it or not. Should have just as much fine feeling in both hands. Voila.
Not much left.
Nice and sharp again. Look at this. Nice area. It's Tyrol. It's the northern part of Austria, or northern part of Austria. And I'm up here doing a little overnighter with my buddy Sepp. And got masses of firewood and just humping big logs around. I mean, who needs a gym, right? I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Midgard expedition, and maybe I'll do that later because it's kind of nice up here in the sun to not do anything for right now. Alright, I'll try again in a bit. So here we have the little dragon from before, and we've covered our fire up now with this gravel. We're gonna let it heat about an hour, maybe a bit more, to steam it out. It's already very hot. And then we're gonna put all this stuff on here, this whatchamacallit, boughs, pine boughs and stuff, because last time we slept on this thing, it was warm, but it was very hard.
Like cement, yes.
Like cement. So that wasn't too fun, and today we're going to do something about that, so we will see.
And this is our our kitchen place.
Yeah, exactly.
Our cooking place, because the stone is higher and we couldn't break it, so it's awesome hot.
I'm going to just shine on you just a sec, there you go.
Cook on it, and if you lay here it will be very warm.
It will be warm. Sorry for the Beleuchtung. Blendung. So we'll see what our little dragon makes of it during the night. How about that, huh? I like it. Cool. Nice stream at the side here. Yes, I know, don't sleep in a riverbed. Well, we're not. Okay, so now we have the hut. We have our big bed full of boughs and 2 space blankets. It's totally not going to show up on this film, but I'll show you in the morning. So we'll see. It's definitely going to be more comfortable than last time.
Yes.
That's for sure. In fact, it'll be more comfortable than quite a few of the times that we've been out together. Huh?
Yeah. We slept on branches in the winter time, just in clothing and so on.
Yeah. We slept. We slept on the firebed on the sand before. That was painful.
Just with ponchos, no tops, nothing.
And we got very damp.
Loden.
We got.
What heißt Mantel auf English?
A coat, long coat.
Yeah.
So sleeping coat.
Yes.
Nice.
A sleeping coat. Yeah.
Exactly. So we've got 2 little space blankets. One to keep the damp off, because it does steam up from the ground, and last time we got pretty damp from that, which sucked a bit. And then we have another space blanket over the top, so I think we'll be okay. We'll see. If it rains, we're in a good place. There's no rain expected. We've got a starry night now, but if it does rain, we just need to make sure that all the space blankets are pointed down so we don't make a bathtub, but that's also quite possible, so we will see. Well, unbelievably, and it's like 8:30 in the morning now, and it's still warm. I'm sitting on this ground here underneath the firebed, and my bum is warm. It's amazing. The hot rock that we had, that we tried to dig out and couldn't, because it was probably like the tip of some huge boulder. It's just, you can touch it now. But amazing. Big success. Could have put even more pine boughs, so of course you compress them, eventually it did get a bit hard, but man, best no sleeping bag overnighter ever. And of course Sepp's already up, drinking the cafe.
Good morning.
That was pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah, it was really nice.
Look at this. Sepp's special homemade plan here. What do you got there, Mr. Seppi? Ah, he's drinking his coffee.
My cold coffee with lamp taste. Because everything is out of the same single cup I have.
So we had this, this was our firebed, I'll show you later a little bit bigger. And we had this, very important to have something waterproof between you and the hot ground because it steams and steams, and last time we got really wet.
Yeah.
That was grim.
Then it was warm, but if you turn around, it's cold. Because the wind around. No? So this was a good benefit.
Yeah, secret tip. Must do that. And then Polish poncho, very good. And then we had another space blanket over the top, which does, I mean, it will pick up some condensation dampness. But with the poncho, that works pretty well. So we just kind of wrapped up in it. So, bye. And everything was good. So in a bit I will get up, but right now I'm still sat comfortably on the warm ground and everything is kind of like, so in a bit we'll do that. Imagine waking up to this though, huh? And even when it was, even in the parts where I wasn't asleep, I didn't really mind because we had this as a sort of a sky, and I was just watching the stars and listening to this awesome lake, trickle of the brook there. All good. Completely lovely. So this is what it looks like in the aftermath. There's Mr. Sepp with his coffee. The silence of the lambs. He did all of his cooking in this pot yesterday, so it's full of lamb grease. Yum.
Yeah. You know, we Austrians have no idea how to drink coffee. No?
Never ever. So the answer is you can never ever put enough pine boughs in. We flattened them all down to like a centimeter, and that was my little plague machine today. This little thing, so I was lying a little bit with that on my hip and I couldn't be bothered to get up and fix it, so I guess it wasn't that bad. But that's the way, right there. That thing was just awesome. That was definitely by far the most comfortable outdoor in the cold sleep without sleeping bag. And it did get pretty cold last night. I'm not quite sure what the temperature was. It wasn't freezing, but it was definitely not warm. So that is the way to do that. We had Sepp's heavy duty space blanket underneath us to keep the damp off, and it's now really wet. And then my heavy duty space blanket, little one, over the top of us. These things are definitely worth carrying around. And now we have basically no tidy up. That's the whole belt pack. I'll put my poncho on it in a minute, and that's all. I had some firewood ready to go. So anyway, that was cool. And yeah, we'll be around. I'll take that dragon beastie with me from last night. And we'll go and get some nice Sunday. Yeah, who needs CrossFit?